Hello everybody. I am going to talk about one of the best uh, bands that has been coming out since like the last 5 or 6 years. And I'm talking about WITCHTOWER. WITCHTOWER was formed in 2012 by a guy called Victor. And he became the guitar player of the band and the singer. And it was his solo project, and he started to get later on other band members in the band, and but a lot of them just left very quickly too. They didn't stay really with WITCHTOWER. That's why WITCHTOWER is really the band of Victor, and I think it will always be like this. Maybe once there will be a stable lineup, but I think it will always be Victor's daughter. Let's say it, put it that way. Anyway, but before he formed WITCHTOWER in 2012, where he also played the bass in the beginning, he was in other bands, and that band is Sombras del Destino. Like him, of course, they were from Jaén, in the south of Spain. It's part of Andalusia, in Jaén, Sombras del Destino became quite a popular band in the underground heavy speed power metal scene, very 80s influenced. And I discovered this band with this CD, Flujo del Poder, del 2009. See? And this was really a band, a proper band. And Victor was in this band. And still in this band. He doesn't really talk about this band anymore, but in Meta Archives I see that this band is still active. This was the first full-length album they released in 2012. You see? Quebrantahuesos. They're very good, these albums. And I got this. This is very limited. Only limited to 50 copies. But this was a 10th anniversary edition, because they were formed, or at least I think in 2003, and this came out in 2013. Por X tiempo. Very, very limited. This came out actually in 2014. But they were 10 years together, since 2003 till 2013. And this got some nice, of course you got Flujo del Poder, and it was re-recorded, and some other cool stuff, like B-sides. Very cool. Okay, but let's talk about the bands that I want to talk about, and we're talking about WITCHTOWER. WITCHTOWER is a band that sounds very, very much like the new wave of British heavy metal. I mean, you can really hear they are. Victor is a big fan of Angel Witch, old Tigers of Pengten, Fist, Savage, all those bands that we all love so much. Satan. You can hear that Victor, he is very much influenced by those bands. This was their first release they did in 2014. 2013 I think it came out first, and this is a 2014 release. You see? You can see it nicely here. Here you had a kind of a band together, but I think in Meta Archives, I should have asked Victor to be honest, but I didn't ask him. I think he did actually everything on here. He did the vocals, the guitars, the bass he did on here, and the drummer was programmed. It was like a programmed drummer. Somebody programmed the drums for him. At least in Meta Archives it said, that's the information I found out. Okay, then in 2014 the first full-length album came out. You see? Of course, this was recorded by a band. He put a band together, Victor, and then this came out. This is the first full-length album, and it's a killer album. I also want to say that live, this band is just very good. I saw them twice, and the songs sound amazing live too. Check out the song Heavy Metal Sign. And the other song I love very much is Shoot the Bomb. I love Shoot the Bomb. I love the chorus of Shoot the Bomb. I love that song. I mean, I can really tell you, this is one of the best bands that came out the last 5-6 years. They're just so good. Victor is amazing. He's an amazing songwriter. Anyway, let's go on. Okay, for the second album, they released then a second album, again with different band members, and this is a limited edition to 50 copies on tape. You see, it's nice tape. This was their second album. It's as good as the first one, Hammer of Witches. And live, the songs are really, really good too. I mean, it doesn't get better like this. If you like new wave of British heavy metal, check the link and buy the albums. You know, check the link in the description. They're just so good. Then they did something that was very cool. I bought this in Valencia at one of their concerts, and this is a WITCHTOWER and Black Slash split, a tribute to Randy, and both they play a song. You know, they cover a song by Randy, you know, a band from Denmark that's more popular nowadays than back in the 80s. I don't think in the 80s nearly nobody knew Randy, but of course the internet changed everything, and now Randy is a big name in the underground. I think this is really a cool thing they did, really a cool release, because Black Slash, this is a Black Slash CD I have. I really like this band. Also, there's a video clip actually of Backslash, and you can see Victor in that video clip. It's very cool. Okay, then the last thing they released till today. Also, I want to mention that they also toured with their second album. I think it was the UK. I mean, at least they played in the UK, and they played all over Spain, of course. That's why they're branding out. You know, they're really looking, you know, into Europe. You know, that's why, and of course they're singing in English. That's why it makes them easier too, I think, to reach a wider audience in the underground. You know, in the heavy metal underground. Okay, the last thing they released, and I bought this just a couple of weeks ago from Victor, because I saw him at Heavy Metal Spectros Festival. Again, with a different lineup, they released this single, the 7-inch single, together with Convent Girls. You see, it's a split release. You see? And Convent Girls is this band here actually. This is their first album. They have a second album out already. It's a very cool band from Australia, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Australia or New Zealand? Australia. But the song of WITCHTOWER is really good. It sounds a little different. You know, it still sounds, of course, new wave of British heavy metal, but it also sounds like a vampire touch to it. I don't know how to explain it. Like Dracula, like, I don't know, like maybe you have to hear it yourself, and then you will discover what I am talking about. For me, it's a little hard to explain, but it has like a 70s horror touch to it, a little bit, just a little bit. I really like it. Anyway, WITCHTOWER is Victor's child, and I think he will continue with his band for a long time. They have 2 albums out, like I showed you. Support them. WITCHTOWER from Jaén. Great band. And just check out what I showed in this video. Okay, everybody. I hope so you like this promo video. And stay metal, everybody.